Nekbe Obasogie, and today I'm sitting here with Pastor Toni. We are broadcasting live from Toronto, Canada, and today we're going to be discussing about politics, Nigeria politics. And Pastor Toni, what do you think about the recent viral video about the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim, Idris?
And transmission for the effective of the transmission of the Nigerian police force and the men in the command. The effective transmission, apprehensive.
Well, I saw the video, but I think about it in two ways. One, I don't want to believe it's original.
Yeah, me too.
50% I believe is a Photoshop.
Okay.
Because I cannot imagine that somebody in the position of Inspector General of a country like Nigeria will have problem with that kind of public address. And because I've seen him giving addresses 2 times before, one time it was perfect and he spoke very well. Another time something similar happened. Okay. In a speech he gave with whereby the service chiefs were there too, similar thing happened. On the other hand, I want to believe that it was a mistake of wind. Maybe wind took away his papers where he was supposed to be reading the address from. But his only mistake that I see there is that he didn't call his assistant quickly to come and explain what happened to these papers. If I were him, I don't have not to be too shame about and begin to say transmission, and things. No, I will call an assistant. Everybody knows that I'm reading an address, not that I'm composing it from my head. I'm not making a speech, I'm reading. So somebody must have written what I'm reading. As the head of the police, my assistant, my PR, they're all there. Everybody knows I have PA, I have PR, I have all those people. I have message writers, I have typewriters, I have secretaries. So they must have done something wrong with the papers that I'm reading. So the message in my head is not correlating with what I'm reading. So I will call one of them to come quickly and explain what happened. Okay. Nothing's wrong with that. It takes only 2 minutes.
But many people said he is not educated. That's why he was not able to read it fluently. That's
the third part where I want to discuss about. People who say he's not educated, I don't want to believe them. Because what is the level of education? To become an Inspector General of Police in Nigeria, whether they push you or they pull you up or it's political appointment, you travel from somewhere. You see, you must have gone to different courses, Nigeria, overseas and all that. So you already built up some aptitude of how to read public address. Something must have been very wrong on that day. I don't want to just crucify him and kill him because of that.
Yeah, there's something wrong.
Something must have been wrong on that day, and maybe, I don't know, maybe he's drinking or he's on drug or whatever. We don't know all that because I don't know him personally. But on that day, things like that could happen to leaders. Especially when you don't have the message in your head, you want to read it from a paper. So the paper can be blown away by the wind, and they were in an open space. You know that they were in an open space, so anything could have happened. You could have messed up the address, but all the same, I believe that before you go to read an address as a leader, you must have read it in your office a couple of times to
prepare yourself
to get used to what you want to read outside. So you don't rely on what the paper they just give you and begin to read. So that's the only advice I have for him.
I'm connecting my baby brother from Nigeria. His name is Engineer Obasogie, and today he's going to tell us about the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Ibrahim Idris. So what happened to the Inspector of Police? How come he was not able to read his speech fluently?
As you have introduced, I'm Engineer Obasogie, talking from Nigeria. And what happens to Idris last time was not strange, because in Nigeria recently we have experienced, if not only recently, even before now, this country have experienced such lapses in the government, because the government of Nigeria has never been based on whether you are educated or not educated, it has always been by position and placement politically. And these political people, they have about which they favor. Whether you are educated or not educated, they put you there because you have worked for it and you have paid your dues and you have done your job the way they want you to do it. So what happened to Idris recently was not strange to us because we have seen things worse than that. Our president has been worse than that. So what do you expect? If a president cannot express himself, then what do you expect his subjects to do? So it's not strange. We are happy that he was able to read on the. Recently, our president appointed dead people in an office. So in a case where you give a portfolio to a dead person and you give it to somebody that is alive that could not read, which one do we prefer? I think Idris was better because he's alive. To have not able to read is better than those that were dead that they gave him a portfolio. So in the case of Idris, I am not surprised because we are here in Nigeria and you guys are there in the diaspora. You are seeing Nigeria differently from we are the one in Nigeria.
Yes.
When you people left to diaspora, you forgot that where you left from is nothing but a mess, a total mess. And there is nothing anybody can do about it because recently we have understood that if at the end of all the propagation we had in Nigeria, and then Buhari ended up going to the White House in America, and they stood with Donald Trump, and Donald Trump could not repeat his word back to back, but twisted it again with an English language. And then the next day, the Christians in the Northerners went out to have a service, and they were all killed. And then Donald Trump did nothing about it because he said he's not going to take it anymore. And then they are still being killed. Tomorrow is Sunday, a lot is still going to be killed. And they are not doing anything about it. So Idris is not the problem of Nigeria. The problem of Nigeria is the system Nigeria is operating.
So today I'm with the president of Nigeria Union in Italy, and we are here to discuss about the politics in Nigeria. My first question of today is about the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Ibrahim Idris. He was not able to read his speech fluently in an event in Nigeria. What do you think happened to him?
Yes, I understand that the speech was tampered with because clearly, following events in Nigeria, it was easy to understand that the old cabals, the old politicians, the godfathers are trying to mess him up. They have tried and they are still trying because he has kicked against a lot of things that they are used to. He has openly declared that he is going to withdraw all the policemen from all VIPs, politicians, whosoever, so that this police will be enough to take care of the citizens, which they are supposed to be doing. They are supposed to be out there protecting the Nigerians in the streets, in their homes, and their different places of work. Not being mounted at the gate of politicians, being bodyguards of politicians and other people who are rich. So this is one of the attempts that he made recently. Because if you look at the way things are going in Nigeria, we do not even have enough policemen. I think we don't even have up to 300,000 policemen. So these are the things he is trying to say. These things need to stop. And they were not happy with him. At the other time, we saw the way recently, the latest event, when he actually gave a warrant for the arrest of Senator Dino Melaye. After a long struggle, they actually arrested him. So these things are not the things that the senators, the other old politicians are happy about. They really are angry at him and they are trying to mess him up. So the speech there was somehow manipulated.
Do you think that?
Yeah, the speech was manipulated because just like I tried to explain, our politicians, they don't depend on their own speech or keynote address. What they do is written speech. It's written by someone else and is given to them to read. So while he was reading, it could be that someone has tampered with. Yeah, someone has tampered with the original speech. And if he didn't proofread it, such a thing can happen, because I actually watched a full clip, almost a full clip of that address. When he started, he was reading okay, he was reading everything correctly. So it got to a point when it started to deteriorate, as I tried to explain before. So they didn't just make him see it once that something was wrong. Initially, it was okay. Then going deeper, it became more confusing. And something like that happening for the first time to a man of his caliber, I'm sure he was confused temporarily.
Okay.
So this is what led to the issue.
Transmission. Do you think it's real or is a manipulation of the video?
I think that aspect is real, because at a point you can see that he was a bit agitated, and he was panicking. You understand? So he could have been forced to repeat, trying to make corrections. He was repeating, because the way he was reading, left from he was reading the way it was written, because that was the plan. You understand? Maybe they were supposed to say something transmits to another, and they were like, I just feel the speech was messed up, and he was not expecting a thing like that. So I didn't watch it to that extent to know that, or to understand that the video was manipulated, but I only saw that someone tried to mess the Inspector General of Police up in that manner.
Now listen, even though the speech was whatever, somebody who wrote the speech tried to tamper the speech, but why is it that he was making all those mistakes and he didn't stop?
Yes, if something is happening to you for the first time, we are human beings, you understand? He could have been trying, maybe he was trying to put things right, and he wasn't expecting a thing like that, and he didn't want to not finish what he has started. I told you, I watched from the beginning of that clip, and in the beginning he was reading perfectly well till it got to a point where they started repeating one word twice before
when
it came.
Some error.
Yes, that is why I said, if something has not happened to you before and you are not expecting such a thing, you can be a victim. The best thing that he could have done, you already know why you are there. He was supposed to cover up that written speech and put it aside immediately and start to address the public. I feel that is the right thing for him to have done.
Okay, which means the video, the speech is real. It was the IGP that made the mistakes.
Yes, because
many people are saying that many people are saying that they manipulated the video. It's like a form of audio under his speech, something like that.
No, like what I noticed recently that they are investigating and they are making some arrests. They even said, even at that event, though all this we are yet to confirm it, at that event, journalists were asked not to release that clip. You understand? So they were asked to suppress it. But one particular journalist blew it. So from the story that we have gotten, that current journalist now is on the run and they have issued a warrant for his arrest, but I still believe in press freedom. So that is why I'm saying that thing was real. Something happened that was not supposed to happen, and he was confused. So he was trying to correct it, but it went on. You understand? So I don't even see that speech as something that can damage the image of our Inspector General of Police. I am not taking side with him.
Were saying that, many people were saying that he's not educated. That is why he was not able to read the speech fluently.
Yes, if they say that, it's because they do not know his story. He's a graduate of agriculture. He also has a degree in law. He has been a commissioner of police. He has been an assistant inspector general of police. I even got some information that he has worked in important organizations even before now. And this is not the first speech that he is given. He has given hundreds of speeches since when he has been active. So Someone cannot come out today and say he's not intelligent or he's not qualified to be the Inspector General of Police because some old politicians want to make him look like that.
Listen, if really he's a intelligent man, intelligent Inspector General, how come that this speech was all over the whole place like that? Do you think intelligent person will keep making all those mistakes?
See, we are human beings. You understand?
If the video
that is why I said. That is why I
said.
Yeah. That is why I said.
If the video is real, how come he was making all those mistakes?
Yes, that is why I said we are human beings, and it could happen to anybody temporarily. It can be a psychological thing, something that you were not expecting. It can happen to anybody, I'm telling you. Maybe he didn't believe what he was seeing and what he was in front of him, and he was supposed to give that speech because it is important. So maybe he was just trying to correct something or jump over, but in the end, it was all a mess, because if you have depended on that speech to say what you want to say that day, and the speech is not ready or it has been messed up, it will affect you. So that is the same thing that affected him. Yes, but it is not supposed to be an opera, as they say. It is not, because we have seen this man, he has demonstrated intelligence in the past. So we are not just going to say he's not intelligent, is not qualified, because this is the same thing that these same politicians are looking for. They are looking for a way to say this guy should go home, so that they can start all over with their own party the way they used to do it. Because right now, he is trying to stop a lot of things and change a lot of things. And I believe that the best thing for the Nigerians to do is to stand by him and support him. And look over the speech. Yes, and look over the speech of just one day, 30 minutes or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
One day in a man's life. I think they should just overlook these things and stand with him, because they are just trying to destroy his personality. So if the Nigerian youth, if the Nigerian youth and the entire Nigerians are following the events in Nigeria, they will understand quickly that it's someone that is trying to mess him up because of some good moves that he has made recently.
Yes, what happened between Donald Trump and Buhari when he went to the US to visit Donald Trump? He was not able to present himself properly. Many Nigerians were outraged about his presentation in the White House.
Whether they were happy or they were not happy, they were satisfied or they were not satisfied. I will quote now that our Nigerians in the diaspora in 2015 election, they were so much in support of Buhari without checking what is this man all about? What is his educational background? How did he rule in his previous dispensation? And after that time, the era he ruled and the era he came out since 1999 and started contesting again as president, what has he done? During this time, we call it the time he was in the wilderness, not in government and trying to come back to the government. What has he done? What has he been able to do? What has he acquired? If he has no education, how far has he gone? We were not interested. All we needed was a change. Like today, I will say, the diasporas are bringing so many jingles to Nigeria, and we are not understanding it because in Nigeria, we don't have an aspirant yet. All the political party has not done primary election, and we don't even know who is coming out from anywhere. So if the diaspora is so much interested, then in the previous election, they were clamoring for this president, and without checking what quality has he. So what level of understanding has he? Nobody checked it. Anybody was not interested. All we needed was that we thought Nigeria was a mess and we want to fix it by anyhow.
Buhari is sick. Buhari can't think straight anymore. He's sick. He's sitting there. Nobody knows the pain he was going through.
If he's passing through pains, how come he was able to travel to the US?
The doctors to manage him there. We don't see the background. We only see him in front of cameras. Me and you don't see Buhari in the background.
He's safe though. Yeah, that one is true.
So I don't want to be passing judgments on information that I don't know.
Yes, that's true.
You understand what I'm saying? We don't see Buhari in the background. When they are inside the plane, they can be holding him up, pumping him with injection, and when it's time to come out, they already pump enough morphine in his body to come out.
If he's experiencing such a such situation whereby his health is deteriorating, he should stay home, not visiting the US or visiting people.
You know, we Nigerians, Africans generally, we like to deceive ourselves. We don't like to face reality and say, this is where I stop. You understand? Even as Christians, we already got to the end of the road. We're going to say, yeah, you go still be praying about something that's not going to work anymore. God already finished with this and you still praying about it. That's the way we always do. That's because we come from the background of monarchy, kingship. A king is not replaced until he dies. Don't forget that our presidents, none of them want to leave. That's why they always play games to stay there.
Many Nigerians were outraged about the presentation. He was too weak.
He was not presenting anything. He was just saying thank you. For 5 minutes, he had the microphone. He was just saying thank you. We appreciate. We like the way. He didn't say anything of significance.
Why?
I listened to that while he was sitting with Donald Trump. Is that what you're saying? He didn't say anything significant. I don't know why. Nobody knows what he's thinking about. So what do people have to say about it? He didn't say anything of significance. If I have any criticism for him, if I have any message for him, I will ask him, why don't you say something? He didn't say anything. Go and listen to it. Go and watch it properly. He didn't say anything of any significance.
Don't you think he's too weak to be the president?
That's what I'm saying. The guy is sick. He was sitting there thinking about a sickness, and you think he's thinking about economy or international matters. No, the guy is thinking about pain going through his body.
Yeah, that's why many Nigerians, they want
That's the way I see it.
Yes.
So if we can advise him to leave, or we can manage him for another 4 years. That's democracy. You can have a bad president. It's only a matter of 4 years. Let's just pray that democracy will stand in Nigeria. As long as it stands, 8 years is a small change. Yeah,
I'm saying this today on behalf of many Nigerians. They don't want to keep Buhari there for another 4 years anymore. With the situation of Nigeria right now, if Buhari has to remain in that country, ruling that country for another 4 years, it's going to be too bad for the country.
I don't agree with you, man. Why? I will tell you.
Why?
The only people who say Buhari are not doing good in Nigeria are the people that are not benefiting directly from his administration.
Yes, it's true.
Nigerians back home, they are not what we are thinking about in diaspora. The 1% of people that are benefiting from it, they are the one that will bring him back to power because they are benefiting. The remaining 99% that are shouting, they are just proselytes, poor people.
Poor people, yeah. Yeah. Those people,
the people that are benefiting from the power, they don't care. They will bring him back to power so that they can continue to benefit. Then maybe election again will remove him from power.
But we don't want him.
But to say we don't want him, who are we that don't want him? The people that are controlling the thing, they want him.
Say, but Buhari visits to the White House in the US, visiting Donald Trump. What do you think about his presentation? Many Nigerians will argue about his weak presentation in the White House.
See, we know how Buhari is. He has been like this even before the 2015 election. So many people were saying he's a man of few words with many actions. So we shouldn't be surprised. So he actually disgraced us. It's not the first time. He has always been like this. Buhari has always been like this. So it's not the first time.
Okay, listen. Yes. Yesterday I invited Pastor Toni to the studio here. Pastor Toni said that Buhari was not like this at the beginning. It's because he's sick.
No, Buhari has always been like this. He felt sick. Maybe it became a bit worse. But Buhari during the 2015 campaign, he wasn't that sound even. Then we have already started saying that this guy may die while he's in power. We were afraid that he may die because he was not too strong. We were saying it. What is this man doing? You can't even hear when he's talking. You understand? It was like this. It's not as if he changed too much. No, but see, Nigeria, things are not working in Nigeria. You understand? Because under normal circumstances, if he was a white man, he will resign with all these health problems. He has a lot of health problems. If it was to be abroad, Canada where you are, Italy where I am, he will resign. And if he doesn't resign, the Senate will pass a vote of no confidence. You understand? But this is Nigeria. He's going to hold up. He's going to hold up. He's going to be there until he dies. Until he can no longer breathe before he will give up. So his health, his old age is already affecting the institutions of Nigeria, affecting the activities in Nigeria. But he keeps on holding to power, and the Senate keep on lauding him. Even the EFCC recently endorsed him. So this is Nigeria, a place where nothing is working. So you don't have to be surprised. Yeah, I can hear you.
Do you think he will run for the president? He will run for the president of Nigeria in 2019?
Yes, he is already on the list. He is one of the presidential aspirants for 2019. So all things being equal, if he is well, he's going to contest because he has been enlisted. He has declared his intention. He has declared his intentions.
If he's in the list, which means he's going to run. If he's there in the list, which means he's going to run.
Yeah, he's already on the list. He's already on the list. So he's contesting. He's contesting alongside with people like Atiku Abubakar on the other hand of the People's Democratic Party. So he's there, and which is not supposed to be anyway.
One reporter confronted Buhari and Donald Trump and said, asked question about the comments Donald Trump made about Africans, calling Africans shithole. Buhari response was a little bit too, disappointing to many Africans.
Yes, if we are talking about intelligence at this point, we should be seeing our own president as someone that is no longer very much intelligent. Because if a president that called you shithole countries, called your country shithole countries, is standing by your side and you were asked such a question and you didn't respond the way you were supposed to respond, it means something is wrong somewhere. Because according to him, he said the best thing for me is to shut up. That was what Buhari said. You understand? He said the best thing for me, say because we have not confirmed the journalists, they said, so the best thing for me, I've not heard from my counterpart, the best thing for me to do is to shut up. That's what your president said. So intelligence is one thing. The ability for you to confront issues that you are not expecting, questions like that, because you are a president of a nation, you're supposed to take it up and turn the whole matter around, either in his favor or to favor Donald Trump. Most of the questions that they asked him, it was Donald Trump that answered. So most people still don't understand that.
What does that show about Nigeria and the leadership in Nigeria? If our president is not,
yes, it shows that the Nigerian institutions are not functional. You understand? Because if we see the way we ushered Buhari into power in 2015, the way everybody was shouting, Buhari, Sir Buhari, war against indiscipline, Buhari this, Buhari that. But everything was as if we do not really know the history of Nigeria. Because if you know the story, if you know how it was when Buhari was the military head of state, there was someone behind him that was very, very active and intelligent. Someone like Idris that was his vice president.
That's what people keep saying.
Yeah, he's the one that got all those glory. He gave all the insights to Buhari. So those things were not the doing of Buhari. Even before the coup took place then, that ushered him into power, there was some people like Tunde Ogbea, a lot of people that people don't even remember anymore. So when Buhari was trying to come back, we already know in 2011 when Buhari lost the election, a lot of people died. So the journalists, they are all aware of this. Buhari was not ready to concede. He didn't want to say, I lost. Then the pre-election thuggery led to the deaths of a lot of people. And the post-election thuggery at the same time led to the death of many people. Over 800 Nigerians died in 2011. Truth of the matter is, when Buhari won, it's not as if he actually won. If the election was not rigged, Buhari would have been the winner. Immediately after the election, I told Nigerians that the mistake that you have made now, Buhari is going to break your hearts, but I hope that these hearts will not be shattered. I wrote some things about Buhari. We know Buhari. We know how many blood he has on his hands. Even when he was confronted by the CNN, when they asked him about the killings then, he said that was military regime. That was his answer, which means he accepted that he killed. Then this same person came and we started supporting him, and we said we want change. That is why sometimes when I hear issues of people like Sowore that are supposed to be the watchdog of the society, the way he supported Buhari in 2015, knowing fully well the story of Buhari, and he is supposed to be the one to know most of the things about the Nigerian politics, he actually supported Buhari in 2015. And after the election, he was happy. He openly declared that Goodluck Jonathan has been disgraced. We have seen someone that can, you understand? But he is supposed to know then that Buhari was going to mess up. But even if we say we need a change from Goodluck, we should have been intelligent enough to know that Goodluck is better than Buhari. Yes, we had issues of Boko Haram that kept on killing here and there, and then we're also suspecting that these same old politicians, these same cabals, people like Buhari, instrumentalizing these same actions of Boko Haram to frustrate the regime of Goodluck. So these things, we are very clear. So why now do we think, or do we have to believe that Buhari will be a better president than Goodluck? If we believe then that Buhari can do better than Goodluck Jonathan, it means that we do not understand the history of Nigeria. We have not been following the politics of Nigeria. I knew from day one that Buhari was going to mess up.